So one of the beauties of Kununurra is you have a national park pretty much smack bang in the centre of it, or just on the outskirts of it. This is Mirima National Park. Mirima, that's what I said. But it's really good because if you don't want to go driving for an hour plus, searching around the area, checking out different things, this is right in town.
So it's known as the mini bungle bungles, which is great because we've come to the conclusion we're not doing the bungle bungles on this slap.
No, apparently
the next one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trek out, and look, we're just really keen to hit the Gibb. We don't want to spend extra time, so we'll do that next time. That's no dramas. We've got to leave some things. Even though we're leaving 90% of the country to see, but it's all good. But yeah, no, this has got some quite easy walks, very nice and simple.
Yeah.
So if you don't,
short ones.
yeah, if it's hot or you just don't want to be doing big days, you've had a big time on the Gibb already. If you're coming from that way, come check out this national park because it's really cool. Pretty cool. So we got the heads up from Luke and Beck that the butcher in town here at Kununurra is pretty much amazing. So we went in there just then. We spent the day going to the shops. We went and spent $360 at Coles. Just getting ready for the Gibb really. We're going in a couple of days. So we didn't need too much meat. We've still got a heap from our big shop that we did back in Alice Springs. But we just wanted to top on we just wanted to top up on a few extra things. So we got some more snags, some chicken thighs, some more mince. And the one thing that they specialise there, well, you know, they specialise in all meats, but they do heaps of like different sausages. And when you get there, you can see them all and it's amazing. Some pretty tame ones and then some really out there flavour combinations. So we grabbed a couple to try. We got two Great Northern ones, of all things. And what was the other one?
Jalapeno and cheddar.
Jalapeno and cheddar. Now that sounds bloody amazing.
I know, but they had like a nacho, chicken.
I took a photo, so I'll get Erin to chuck a photo in and you
Yeah.
can see their range of them.
They had some cool flavours.
But it was a really good butcher. So if you're going to hit the Gibb, or even if you stop in Kununurra and heading down the highway, go to that butcher.
Yeah, they cryovac everything as well if you ask as well.
That's right. So you give them enough heads up and they'll cryovac it all. We don't have to worry because we've got enough freezer room. But yeah, good joint. I should also mention alcohol. So if you're in Kununurra and heading towards the Gibb, and if you're like us and you like a drink, you're going to want to take a fair bit with you because I don't think there's many bottle-os on the Gibb River. But the only thing is, which we sort of didn't realise until we got here into WA, and I'm actually not sure if it's WA wide yet, but here in Kununurra you can only get per person 1 carton and 2 bottles of wine. So I think that 1 carton means a 30 pack because we got a carton of cans, which was 24 cans, and then he said as we're buying it, that's all we were going to get at that stage. And then he goes, oh, you've still got 2 bottles and a 6-pack to go if you want. So we turned around and got some more. But so what I'm trying to say really is that if you're going to take a fair bit, it'll take you a few days to build that up. So yeah, just be aware of that as you're in Kununurra. Anyway, we're going to make the most of this fire pit tonight. We've been here for a few nights already and we haven't used it. We got a beautiful afternoon, a lovely lake behind us, lots of crocs. But he's stocked it up. He's got heaps of firewood. He's put heaps of cardboard in there. We're going to get a big fire going and we're going to cook dinner on it. Now we're not going to do anything extravagant tonight. We're just going to do a simple one. We're just going to do jacket potatoes with a savoury mince bit of cheese, bit of sour cream. How does that sound, kids?
Yum. Good.
Yeah, we love that. Nice, easy, simple dinner. We've always got potatoes. We make sure we've always got them. And if, we've got nothing else, or if we just want to do an easy one, that's our go-to. So we'll get this lit and I'll show you how we do it.
I've never really been the one who's worried. Always been the one who's keeping it cool. The kind of guy who chill while others hurry. I didn't know that I've been the fool. I've been telling lies about...
Alright, savoury mince. Pretty basic. I don't have like a strict recipe or anything, but like an onion, some mince. If I've got veggies, I'll chuck veggies in there. So like grated carrot, zucchini and stuff like that.
We don't have any though.
No, we don't have any, so there won't be any in it tonight.
Apart from onion.
And it's really hot near that fire. What else? And then I just chuck a whole bunch of sauces and stuff in until I like the taste of it. Really is how it goes. So I'll show you what we put in here, and you can try and recreate it at home if you like.
Pretty much it's all of this.
Some garlic. Alright, so we just got some beef mince. Alex has like kindly salt and peppered it for me, so I don't have to do that as well. If you can add liquid now, it helps the mince really break down, so I'm going to do that. Tomato paste, mixed herbs, a tin of tomatoes. I'll probably add that again of water because I'm going to add some gravy and some stock and stuff in there. Alright, so I'm just going to do 2 stock cubes, crumbled up beef stock cubes, some water, probably like one of those tins worth, gravy powder. I use this one because it's the best tasting one we've tried so far. Worcestershire sauce, like a fair whack of that because we really like it. Some barbecue sauce and a little splash of red wine vinegar. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I put Vegemite in it as well usually.
So we suck at filming cooking segments. We never get things going early enough, especially when it comes to a campfire. Hence why I've got the big torch now, trying to shine it on things because the GoPro really is so bad. Like we can still see, but it just makes everything look so much darker. But anyway, look at that awesome glow behind me at the same time. Sunsets here are unreal.
That gravy powder should really like thicken that up heaps once it starts getting enough heat. So I just had a little taste and I ended up adding a bit more barbecue sauce, a bit more woozy sauce and a bit more gravy powder, and it's good now, I reckon.
Let it thicken.
Yep, so we're just going to let it thicken up now and eat it with our potatoes. Because I said end at the end of that sentence, so I have to say something else.
So we are absolute idiots. The whole time we're shining the torch on what we're cooking and on ourselves so we can be seen on the GoPro. And there is a light. It's right on. Right on.
Yeah.
It's on right above me right now.
Right there. And Beck actually showed it to us literally like an hour ago.
Anyway, so now you can see what we're doing. Alright. So everything has turned out perfectly. Can you even see them?
Yeah.
Cool. It's good. So we open up our little nut sacks of potatoes. Honestly, look at them. That's what they look like. Can you even see them from there?
No.
Look at that. That's a proper ball bag. Anyway, we open up our upside down. Alright, we'll grab out a little taters. Potatoes. So normally when we do this, it's one potato. One good sized potato, but this is fine. A couple of little ones.
Yeah, Cunna's just had tiny little potatoes in the shop.
Come on, Cunna's. Sort out your tato issue.
Nah, no issue.
No, look at them. They're perfect though. Grab a little bit of your savoury mince. Bit of cheese. Good forkful of sour cream. 2 forkfuls. Oh, look at that. Hey? Now that's a dinner. So I think this place needs absolutely no introduction. This is Lake Argyle. Now we've just driven out here from Kununurra because the caravan park here is a chock-a-block.
Yes.
We literally couldn't get in. I think we would have had to book in probably a month before we got here.
Yeah.
But
I'm spewing because I was looking at it and I could have got in when we were first looking at it, but we just left it too long.
yeah,
Didn't make a decision, and yeah, now we can't get in.
I'm really not worried because driving past just then, there was not a single spot free. Like, they're jammed in like sardines.
It's not our jam, really.
Nah, but it still would have been cool. But we're just coming down to look at the boat ramp because... Is this the boat ramp?
I don't know.
Because we wanted to get out in the tinny, go explore. But it's been pretty windy, and we've had a internet outage in Kununurra. Not a single person has internet at the moment, so we haven't been able to check about the winds and what directions and the weather. So yeah, it's been a bit unfortunate, but we're just going to have a look now and just suss out whether we're going to do it or not. So it's still windy, guys, but we've decided to get in. We didn't buy this tinny just to drag it around the country on the roof. Yeah, over where we launched the boat, it's a pretty rough boat ramp. It's just dirt, but it was fine for us, really. If you've got a you know, one of those fold-up trailers, it's going to be a bit bouncy, but I'm sure it's quite fine. But we got in there and we've just punched across. We got a little bit wet. I mean, the tinny's pretty small, so any little white caps, well, they weren't even white caps, but any bit of, I don't even know what to call them, little waves. Yeah, we're just getting splashed a bit. But we'll come out here. We're just going to hang around this main section. We're not going to head out into, well, I say the main section where the caravan park is and the boat ramp is. You can head out into the big part of the dam, but it'll just be too rough out there for us today. So, and the little 6 horsepower, yeah, it's slow going with 4 of us in here, isn't it? But how beautiful is the landscape around here?
It's pretty amazing.
Like, you don't have to go far to see some pretty special stuff.
You're a bit special.
I'm special. But yeah, apparently heaps of catfish. I'm sure I'll find every single one of them. So we'll rig up these rods and the kids are going to have a little fish. Good one, mate. There we go, Bella's got the first fish. So I just put a new lure on, first cast. That's another go. Well, we've spotted our first crocs, and I reckon there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 that we can see just in this area. We saw another little boat slowing down, one of the barbecue pontoons. Didn't really think of, or couldn't figure out why they were, but then as we got closer, oh, that is so cool. All freshies, so no issues. But we were talking to people who came out here the other day and they didn't see a single croc. Oh, it just went in the water. That is really cool though. We'll keep motoring around. We didn't bring the good camera because we didn't want it to get wet, so we'll get sort of close enough and probably put some phone footage in so you can see these crocs. That's so cool. This makes it all worth a day. Having a little tinny putting around here. Ah. This is it. All 6 of the horsepowers. We're going so slow. I highly recommend if you've got a tinny yourself, get it down there, get in the lake and check it out. That was an awesome day.
Yes, much cheaper way of doing it than getting a cruise or whatever.
Yeah, those cruises would be amazing because...
Oh, don't get me wrong, they would be, but yeah, trying to save money.
They started about $300, well, for the family anyway, so just a bit too much money, and we can't keep doing things like that when we've got the tinny sitting there.
Yeah.
So. But today made us really realise the tinny's not a one-day thing. It's too much work. Well, it's not too much work, but it's a lot of work getting it off, spending the day in it, putting it back on, packing everything back away. So I'm looking forward to those places where we're going to pull it off for a few days, stay for a couple of nights. Yeah, that'll be really awesome.
But also, if we're going to do it, we need to be way more organised.
Yeah, definitely. We even left fairly early this morning, but yeah, we just ended up, you know, we're going home now at 4:30. Sun goes down here around 5:30, so feels like a long day.
It has been a very long day. Good and enjoyable day, but yeah, very long. Won't be sad about getting into bed tonight.
No. I will just say that Lake Argyle is very accessible from Kununurra if you're not wanting to stay out there, or if it is busy like right now. I know people are rocking up and they are getting spots in the overflow section, but once again we were sort of like, we're already staying for free in Kununurra.
Yeah, in a really nice place.
Yeah,
really nice host, so yeah, we didn't feel like we were missing out by not going there overnight.
The one thing you do miss out on though is that, what's it called?
The infinity pool. We didn't get that
No,
Instagram shot.
we don't get that one photo that everyone gets, but from what we're told, the pool's freezing at the moment.
Yeah, there's no way I'd be getting in there anyway.
And there's 50,000 people trying to get the same photo. So look, we'll just probably Photoshop ourselves into a photo of the infinity pool, and good enough. So the other day we went for a little bush bash at the end of this road to try to get to a fishing spot that we've been told about. It's a bit of a locals area, and we took the Ranger down there and the track got really tight. We didn't film any of it, and yeah, we got a few pinstripes, couldn't get any further basically. But our host, Beck and Luke, have said, hey, take the quads down there, because they've got a farm, they've got a couple of quads. So we want to do that, but what's the only thing holding us back?
I don't ride motorbikes.
She's never ridden a quad. She's ridden a motorbike before.
Badly.
Yeah, it was her first time, and she had a bit of a stack, and I guess you got a bit of fear now?
Yeah, I did it again after that and it was fine. But yeah, and I just like, in my head, quads are big and dangerous, and
kids are keen as though. So we're going to go out there, we're going to chuck her on the quad in the farm here where it's really flat, and just see how she goes. And then we'll make a call if we're all going down or just me and the kids. Alright, so I'll take her out on the quad first and let her have a bit of a feel of it, and then we'll see how she goes. Alright, so you got 3 brakes. You got your foot brake here, you got your hand brake, and you got another hand brake. Here. She's going to do it. I'm going to go for a slow little ride out there. Because we've been on the track, we know it is a little bit rutted out, but
there are generally like ways around as well. So
yeah. So we won't show you getting down there because we don't want to give away all the local spot. But yeah, we'll start filming once we get on this track. And apologies for audio, I'm taking the GoPro without the good mic because it's spitting a little bit and it's very dusty out there. Hey, you did real good.
that was fun.
Hey, very proud of her because that was a lot more rutted out than the bit we did the other day. Yeah, it was got a bit sketchy in some spots and she did real good. I think this is the spot, but we'll have a little walk down and see. Pretty amazing regardless, but it is raining now. Yep. This must be it, eh?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm sure on a beautiful sunny day it'd be magical down here. I'm pretty sure this is a spot because there's a fair bit of rubbish and they say quite a few people come down here.
And it doesn't really go any further, does it?
Nah, there's a bit more of a track, but anyway, we'll go get the fishing gear and have a little flick. Well, they reckon they hardly ever get rain here in dry season, but we've brought it with us. Look, to be honest, it's been good the whole time we've been here, but it did forecast 10% of rain today, chance of rain, and here it is. Anyway, not a single fish, not a single bite, and we donated 2 lures to the river. But anyway, that's not what it's about. It's about getting down here and having fun. And I'll tell you what, the quad ride was fun. It's going to be fun going back too. Well, tomorrow's the day, guys. We are finally hitting the Gibb. I'm going to go around the Savo and first of all, I'm going to check all the wheel nuts because we heard a bit of a horror story the other day of a bloke that lost a wheel, and then yeah, apparently it's quite common, and being a single axle we can't afford that. So I'm going to go around, check the van nuts, check the car nuts as well. I've got a big cardboard box over here. I'm going to cut that up. I'm going to tape that to the canopy window because mates of ours, the Retkeys, they smashed their window on the Udnadata, and ARB at the moment are struggling to keep up with canopy windows, so I really don't want to be dealing with that. And then if it does smash, the amount of dust that you're going to get in there, so it might look a bit ugly, but just a bit of extra protection. And just filling up the water tanks now. We've got all our shopping. I think we're ready. I went into town again, went to the bottle-o. Fingers crossed I've got enough beer. 2 weeks. I probably don't. I probably need to go back in. Anyway, I think everything else is good. So I'll go around, do a final check on the van. It is raining, but what do? Want to get it done today so we can leave nice and early in the morning and hit the Gibb. The other thing I'm going to do when it stopped raining as well is check the oil, check the air filter, and do something that's a little bit controversial with a few people. I'm going to put a dust sock or a dust cover over the snorkel. I've had this since we started the lap, and talking to a lot of people on the road, some people love them, think they're the best because you don't get that as much dust into your air filter, and other people think they really choke up and restrict the airflow. So I'm going to put it on and I'm going to get my own opinion on it. So yeah, I didn't use it on Udnadata. It wasn't that dusty. Like it was, but we weren't behind anyone and we weren't driving in a dust bowl. But I know there's so many people doing the Gibb at the moment, so we're going to be running into a lot of people going in front of us and then people coming the other way, so there'll be a lot of dust. So yeah, I'll chuck it on, give you an opinion on it after. Well, it's leaving day, guys. We are out of Kununurra, but before we leave, there's someone very special we have to say goodbye to. The 60, babe. You got to have a proper look at this thing though, guys. It's a bit dark under here, but this thing is so tidy. If we had the opportunity, I'd buy it.
If it was up for sale and we had, you know, a lot more money than we do.
Because someone made them spend it.
Yeah, you really can't tell, it's too dark, but wow, this car is just amazing. What do you reckon? Let us know. Would you like to see us do the second bit of our lap in something like that? Hey? I'd love it. Absolutely love it. Not necessarily
also,
a
if
60.
you're gonna pay for it, just put that in the comments too.
Not necessarily a 60, but something old, something cool. I reckon it'd be
Like
awesome.
an old Land Cruiser?
Yeah, well, that is an old Land Cruiser, mate.
I know.
Seriously though, thank you so much to Beck and Luke for taking us in without even knowing us.
Yeah. So it's just my cousin organised for us to stay there. So they're like best friends, and yeah, to open their home to us for a week and just, yeah,
They were
be
great
so
hosts.
generous and yeah.
And they're so busy themselves with
Yeah,
work
so
and
busy.
farming and everything, but they just took, they had time for us. So it was awesome. We've made new friends there.
Yep. Definitely be keeping in contact with them and seeing them again, hopefully.
Coming back to Kununurra in dry season. Wet season. It's dry season now, but it's
Yeah.
raining.
No, we're going to come back in wet season and just see how we feel about it, because we quite like Kununurra, didn't we?
Yeah, it's a nice place. A lot of people say bad things about it, but it's just a real good country sort of community vibe too.
Yeah, we just like noticed staying with Luke and Beck, the community, and yeah, the neighbours really look after each other, and that's something that really appeals to us. So
But like I just said, it is raining, so they are honestly, they're blown away because they don't normally get this many days of overcast and rain and stuff. And yeah, the locals are just going, this is like a once in a 10-year
yeah,
event.
very unusual apparently.
Not great for the start of the Gibb, but
No.
doesn't matter. It's what we have, so we'll take it.
But yeah, thanks again to Luke. We do bring the rain. Yeah, thanks again to Luke and Beck. It's been awesome. We had so much fun